Hello friends! Welcome back to my channel. I am your friendly neighborhood Jumbo Fluff, and today I have another speed drawing. I am drawing another character in my Dumpster Pile series. This is the fourth character in the series, and her name is Hazel, and Hazel is a skunk. So, to get started drawing Hazel, I knew I wanted to do a few different poses, just kind of how I've been doing the dumpster pile. So I think each of them have had 6 little doodles. So I wanted to start with the main one, which is going to be full body standing. And then all of my dumpster piles play instruments. So I had to think of a good instrument for Hazel. They're in a band together. Their band is a folk punk band, and banjo plays the banjo, fiddle plays the fiddle, and my latest entry, Mox, he is a alley cat who plays the kazoo. So that means that Hazel needed a fitting instrument, so I came up with an accordion. And, accordions are kind of an unusual instrument, so it was a fun challenge trying to draw it. It has a lot of interesting folds and some buttons on the edge, kind of like a piano or guitar. So, I don't know. I had a lot of fun learning how to draw an accordion. And I had a lot of fun drawing Hazel. I think that she came out really cute. I wanted her to be really round and friendly looking. She kind of reminds me of an Animal Crossing character. I'm not exactly sure. Maybe Marshall, because I feel like he has kind of like a big, like, swoopy bang on his forehead. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm wrong. There is an Animal Crossing character named Hazel, but I think that she is a squirrel and she has like a unibrow. And everyone says she's ugly, but she's beautiful. Yeah, but anyway, obviously I like Animal Crossing. So let's see, I was trying to think of some fun pose ideas for Hazel. Given that she's a skunk, I thought, the main thing people know about skunks is that they are stinky. Blech. P.U. So I wanted to kind of play with some fun ideas to go with that. So I thought Hazel likes flowers because flowers are the opposite of stinky, or I don't know, depending on your opinion on flowers, some people think that they're kind of stinky too. And then I also wanted a pose with Hazel and one of those little tree air fresheners that goes in a car. So that's what this top left one is going to be. And then the one in the bottom right, she's drinking a drink. And I end up making that a tomato juice because people say that tomato juice counteracts skunk smell. Like if your dog gets sprayed with a skunk or anything. So I thought maybe Hazel just drinks it as a precautionary measure to make herself less stinky. Like Hazel is a little bit shy compared to the other dumpster piles. She's very sweet. And she doesn't like to be like the center of attention or anything, but she is very cute. So I wanted to give her a cute style, kind of play with like vintagey looking cartoons, maybe like a mid-century modern or even like the rubber hose style. So that's why her facial expressions are really over the top and cute. And I made sure to give her big blushy cheeks because, my last time with Mox, I didn't give him blushy cheeks. So these are kind of the things I was thinking about with Hazel. I want to make sure she has a really cute snout, like a little, actually kind of a big nose, and then it kind of is upturned. So maybe a little bit snooty looking. I also want to make sure that she had, like a kind of a crest on her head as far as like a hair, and I wanted it to be really round and soft looking, so I gave her almost like a cinnamon roll style curl up on top of her head, or maybe like a Swiss cake roll. And that was interesting. That's a lot of fun to draw, and it's interesting to try to draw it in different angles to figure out how that hair goes into like her back hair. So from this side, it almost looks like, I don't know, like a mullet or just like a tube of hair on top of her head. So it's kind of funny. I like it though. I also wanted to make sure she has a big fluffy tail that's very soft and voluminous. So I drew that too. So I think skunks, there are different kinds of skunks. Where I live, mostly there are striped skunks, but I did read about spotted skunks too. And so spotted skunks will sometimes like do handstands to try to scare away predators. So I thought that was kind of cool. I thought about trying to draw Hazel in a handstand, but I just couldn't find anything about striped skunks doing handstands, so I wasn't 100% sure if that was related to her or not. So I decided not to include that one, but I thought it was interesting anyway. So yeah, I just kind of kept working on the line art here. I just, with the parts of the face that were going to be darker, I just blocked them in, like the blacks of the eyes and the nose and the mouth, especially in open mouth poses. I just went ahead and added the dark black color in there. In this pose, I thought it would be fun for Hazel to be watering a flower, because she probably likes flowers because they are smelling nice and she smells stinky, so she loves them to try to make herself smell better, and also because they're beautiful and cute and she loves happy, cute things too. So I thought it would be funny if the kind of flower that she is watering is actually a dandelion. I thought this was funny because, skunks are kind of considered pest animals. People don't usually love skunks because of their stinkiness. Although a lot of people do keep skunks as pets. They'll get the scent glands removed and then they make good pets apparently. I don't know. I think they're kind of similar to cats, maybe. But I don't know. Would you ever think about keeping a skunk as a pet? I don't know if I would or not. I think they're really cute, but, I love dogs, and I don't know that dogs and skunks would get along very well. Anyway, so I wanted Hazel to be watering the dandelion because it's kind of considered a nuisance weed. Skunks are kind of nuisance animals. So I thought it was kind of a fun thing for her to want to help it grow and protect it because she can relate to it. I had a lot of fun going in here, adding the colors, adding in the white on top of the dark blue. And I think that the general color scheme came together really fast. It was really nice to add in all the little cinnamon buns on top of their head. And I also did kind of a similar swirl motif on her cheeks for the blushes. I also had a lot of fun drawing this can of tomato juice. I thought this was a really fun idea. And I gave her a nice long straw to be slurping. So I think that Hazel is probably a sweetheart. She probably gets along really well with Mox because Mox is a little bit more hard-edged. So he's kind of grumpy and she's kind of sunshine, and you know how the two of those go together perfectly. So I thought that would be really fun. I also kind of like the idea that they complement each other because Mox is kind of bossy and kind of easily annoyed at the antics of Banjo and Fiddle, or at least he pretends to be, but he really loves them deep down. So then Hazel would be more of like the softer complement to that, where she after Mox is kind of rude or something, is like, don't worry, he doesn't mean it, and then they all get along better and stuff. So I think because Hazel is really shy, and maybe it took her a little while to agree to join in the band because she didn't want to be like in the spotlight or anything. But now that she's in it, she loves it because she is awesome at playing accordion. My husband said that I should maybe name her some kind of reference to Weird Al because he is, kind of like a famous accordion player. There's not a lot of them that are like famous out there, so so maybe she's called Weird Hazel. So of fun coming up with the poses and just kind of adding a lot of little fun details. I did add kind of like I added a bunch of cute little hearts and specks and stuff, just to kind of fill out the rest of the page. And at the end, this is how Hazel turned out. Let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Otherwise, I will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.